Have you ever finished a walk because everyone always says it's the best exercise, yet your legs still felt heavy, tired, or as though they were dragging behind you? That strange ache or sense of effort, as if your body is working much harder than it should just to stay upright, is far more common than people admit. And the truth is, it isn't your fault. For decades, you've been taught that walking alone is the ultimate key to healthy aging. And while walking is certainly valuable, there is an important truth very few doctors, trainers, or wellness experts ever talk about. Inside your lower leg is a muscle so essential to circulation, stability, and energy that scientists now call it your body's second heart. When this muscle becomes inactive, which happens to almost everyone over 60, walking becomes harder. Standing becomes tiring, and your balance begins to slip without you even realizing why. Energy drains, swelling builds up around the ankles, and that feeling of heaviness sets in. But the encouraging news is that this powerful internal engine isn't broken. It's simply asleep. And once you know how to wake it up, everything about the way your lower body heals begins to change, sometimes within just a few days. The movements that restore this muscle don't require a gym, expensive equipment, or any athletic experience. They're gentle, they're accessible, and they take place right inside your home. All you need is a chair, your focus, and a willingness to reconnect with the part of your body that has quietly supported you your entire life. Before you begin, take a moment to notice something important. After age 50, leg strength becomes more than a fitness goal. It becomes the foundation of independence. Being able to get out of a chair without pushing with your hands, climbing stairs without discomfort, carrying groceries with confidence, or walking across uneven ground without hesitation all rely on the strength, circulation, and stability of your lower legs. When the muscles that support these movements grow weaker or dormant, everything else begins to feel harder. The muscle responsible for much of this strength and stability is the soleus, a deep muscle in the lower leg that most people never think about. It doesn't create the visible curve of the calf. It doesn't flex dramatically when you point your foot. Instead, it works quietly behind the scenes, pumping blood upward, supporting your posture, and stabilizing your body every time you shift your weight. When scientists call it the second heart, they're not exaggerating. This muscle literally assists your cardiovascular system by fighting gravity and pushing blood back towards your heart. When it weakens, circulation slows, your ankles may swell by the afternoon, and your legs feel heavier even after something as simple as a slow walk. Walking alone only lightly stimulates the soleus, which is why so many people continue to struggle with leg fatigue despite being active. To truly wake up this muscle, you need small, intentional movements that tell your nervous system, this muscle matters, activated. When you sit tall in a chair, lift your heels slowly, and press the balls of your feet into the ground, you begin to reactivate this internal pump. The movement seems almost too simple to matter, but its power lies in its precision. The contraction at the back of the lower leg signals the brain to re-establish communication with the muscle that manages blood flow upward. As circulation improves, many people notice less swelling, less fatigue, and a stronger sense of connection to the ground beneath them. These improvements create the starting point for better balance and an easier time standing or moving throughout the day. Once the seated version reawakens the soleus, the next step is to retrain this muscle while standing so it can support you during daily life. When you lift your heels while standing at a counter or chair for gentle support, your body begins learning how to manage its weight again. The movement activates not only the soleus, but also the gastrocnemius, the larger calf muscle, while training your ankles and knees to sense your body's position. This sensing ability, called proprioception, is crucial for balance. Most people don't realize that balance doesn't disappear suddenly. It fades through countless tiny moments when the nervous system isn't fully aware of where the body is in space. Slow, controlled standing heel raises teach your legs and brain to communicate clearly again. Suddenly, You feel more grounded when you take your first step after standing. You sway less. Your body responds more confidently. The final and most transformative movement is the bent knee heel raise, performed on one leg at a time. This shift into a slightly bent knee position changes everything because it puts the deeper soleus muscle in charge. When your knee is straight, the larger gastrocnemius assists. When your knee bends slightly, that muscle is taken out of the equation, forcing the soleus to work independently. This is where your internal stability system reawakens most powerfully. These deep fibers are built for endurance, alignment, and posture, not jumping or sprinting. They hold you steady during the tiny, unnoticed moments of life, like stepping onto a curb, standing on one foot to put on a sock, or shifting your weight while carrying a grocery bag. Most people over 60 have a dormant soleus not because they're weak, but because this muscle has not been trained intentionally for decades. When you reactivate it, your balance feels sharper, your stance feels more secure, and movements that once felt wobbly begin to feel natural again. This deeper strength isn't loud or dramatic, it's quiet, intelligent, and essential. Once you complete all three movements, something important becomes clear. You haven't just done exercises, you've reconnected with the internal foundation that carries you through life. You've reminded your body that you are capable of strength, circulation, and stability at any age. You've taken back control in a way that doesn't depend on gyms, machines, or long workouts. This kind of strength comes from intention, consistency, and understanding your body's design. The swelling, heaviness, and wobbliness people often accept as just aging are not inevitable. They are often signs of a sleeping system that can be reawakened with small, deliberate actions. The second heart is always there, waiting to support you. You simply have to remind it to come alive again. And when it does, you don't just feel stronger, you feel grounded, energized, and more at home in your own body. That empowerment is something no device or medication can give you. It comes from you. If you feel even a slight shift after practicing these movements, acknowledge it. Celebrate it. This is the beginning of a new way forward. Your journey didn't end at 60. In many ways, it's just beginning.